Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, October 9th. Key points we're going to focus on today: dry cold front will be moving through the area later today. That'll be bringing in some wind gusts about 20 to 35 miles an hour, supporting some critical fire weather conditions, especially as you get into the central mountains. Seasonably warm and dry weather will continue into early next week, courtesy of a broad region of high pressure over the northern Rockies. And with that, we did see a record high temperature yesterday at Idaho Falls of 80 degrees, tying the previous record set back in 1953. Temperatures this time of year running about 15 degrees above normal. Potential pattern change might be on the way for midweek next week. Long-range models are showing that indication for Pacific trough moving onshore from the Northeast Pacific here into the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies. So still a bit of ways away on that, but we'll be keeping you updated here on the latest as we get closer to that event. And taking a quick look at satellite for you this morning, mostly clear skies to start off your Wednesday, increasing clouds building in later today and through tonight, with increasingly overcast skies building in for your Thursday. And taking a look at the bigger picture for you wise, you can see that cold front currently situated to our northwest. Plenty of dry air behind it, but broad ridge feature. Not going to get knocked down too much from this system. Overall, just bringing in some slightly cooler temperatures, increased cloud cover, and a bit of wind, but nothing in the way of precipitation here with this system. And all eyes are going to be on Category 5 Major Hurricane Milton. So a bit removed here from Idaho, but thought I'd at least mention it for you this morning. Central pressure down to 908 millibars, 160 mile an hour sustained winds, with impacts expected across all of Florida today. So we're keeping our colleagues, family, friends, and safe out in that direction, but certainly a very impressive storm. We're looking at as much as 10 to 15 feet of storm surge along the western banks of Tampa Bay, heading down towards Boca Grande and Bonita Beach, that area. And with rainfall pushing 6 to 12 inches, locally higher up to 18, those impacts will just continue to confound there. So again, keeping our family, friends, colleagues, and all in mind with the system. They're working very hard around the clock along with the Hurricane Center to be able to track that system down there. So certainly keep an eye on that later today. Landfall should be tonight into early tomorrow morning. And turning back to our neck of the woods, much quieter weather risk outlook for today, just highlighting that red flag warning we have in effect for critical fire weather conditions up in the Lost River and Lemhi area. But other than that, heading into Thursday through the weekend, not looking at a whole lot of impacts, lighter winds, warm temperatures, but cool mornings. So if that's your thing, you got plenty of that in store here through the weekend. And speaking of cool mornings, we'll start things off for your Wednesday in the 30s and 40s, 50s out towards Boise. With afternoon highs comfortable in the 70s to mid-80s. We'll be approaching some near records in some of our areas, just a couple degrees off with the current forecast. But if we get a bit warmer ahead of that front, could see some record temperatures again for today. And here's a look at the maximum wind gusts today. Overall, it's going to be strongest as you get further north, but overall, just some general breeziness, gusts about 20 to 35 miles per hour. And for Thursday, a little bit warmer in the morning, and that's going to be mostly because of that cloud cover building in behind the front. So 30s and 40s to start things off on your Thursday. With afternoon highs, a little bit cooler, overall about 3 to 10 degrees, depending on where you're at, but 60s and 70s will be the going trend for Thursday. And Friday, a little change there, still starting off the morning in the 30s and 40s. With afternoon highs, comfortable in those 60s, 70s to low 80s. And for heading into the weekend, you guessed it, another morning of the 30s and 40s, with afternoon highs in the 60s and 70s. Little change heading into Sunday, cool mornings, 30s and 40s for your Sunday, with afternoon highs still hanging out in the 60s and 70s. And not that we need to tell you, but 6 to 10 day temperature outlook does highlight our entire region in above normal favored temperatures. Again, normal highs this time of year are going to be in the low to mid 60s. So anything 70s plus will be classified as above normal, but our friends and stuff on the East Coast dealing with some below normal temperatures out in that direction. Precipitation-wise, doesn't look too great for us here over the next 6 to 10 days, but heading into the middle and later parts of next week, just touching beyond that 10th day time frame, 8 to 14 outlook I'll show you here in a moment, does start to hint on some signals for some increasing chances for precipitation. 8 to 14 temperature doesn't lean too much towards below normal temperatures, but maybe some more near normal to slightly above normal as that system comes through. But something we haven't seen in a while, above normal favored precipitation across the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies. So be keeping a close eye on that in that 16th through 22nd time frame. Still a ways out, but overall the pattern is setting up for a pattern change to develop around the middle to later parts of next week. So stay tuned as we track the latest on that. That's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email give us a call or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Wednesday and stay safe out there.